Sanibonani Sakwanto, initiating insight here with Sibongile. You know how when we meet people, they tell us how good we are, how sweet we are. You know, this is a good child. She's so sweet, Yazi. He's such a good man, Yazi. She's such a good woman. She's so sweet. She's so kind, and she's so loving. What I've observed is that when we are told those things, then we want to maintain that image. We want to maintain that perception of us by the people. So much so that we even compromise ourselves. What do I mean? When you are confronted with this person, or when you are engaged with this person, or when you speak to this person, or when you're in the same space with this person who's just giving you the compliment that you are nice, you're sweet, you're kind, you're generous, and all those qualities, when they do something to you that you don't like, have you noticed how difficult it is for you to actually tell them that, listen, I don't like what you just did? Because subconsciously you're thinking, ish, then they're not going to think I'm sweet anymore. Then they're not going to think I'm this loving person anymore. Then they're not going to think I'm this good anymore. Think about it. It happens all the time. So what happens? Then you end up going to the other person. You tell the other person that you have a problem with this person, the complimenter, the one who just offended you now. You tell the other person because you can't tell them directly. And then when you tell this other person, it doesn't help you. Then what happens? You create another idea to this other person about that other person. That makes us to be cowardice at the end of the day. That means we can't confront our situations directly. We can't confront things head on. And confrontation, by the way, the word confrontation is also a bad word. There is good confrontation, there is bad confrontation. And so a lot of people, we tend to miss some principles of life because of the words we use, particularly English words. So we think when you say someone has an attitude, there's an attitude, Lomuntu, because we are so used to using it in that context. He has an attitude. You can even see my body language right now and my facial expression. He has an attitude, Lomuntu. So we think when you say someone has an attitude or they're bringing an attitude, we need to ask what kind of attitude you have a bad attitude or you have a good attitude. Equally so with confrontation. You have good confrontation, you have bad confrontation. You have criticism, you have good criticism, you have bad criticism. I'm not doing an English language study, by the way, or an English lesson. I was just saying that when you can't confront that person who is just giving you the compliment, it becomes, there's another problem that has been created over and above that. So generally, if you look at this, I would say even in the past, if you're going to say a child is good, when a child does something impressive, then you say good boy or good girl. When they don't do something impressive at that point, what do you say to them? Bad child, good child. What does it mean for us? I mean, bad child, if they are not doing something that is impressive. So what does it mean for us to say someone is good? A person is kind, a person is loving, a person is sweet. What is sweet? What do you mean when you say someone is sweet? So we need to start asking ourselves those questions, that what do we mean? Are we saying those things because we feel impressed by them at that time? And when we are not impressed by them at that time because they disagree with what we are doing or saying, do they now stop being sweet? Do they become sour now?